Since 1968, the Mike Spack Lifetime Achievement Award annually recognizes an individual who has made significant contributions to the growth and development of basketball in Manitoba over a sustained period of time. For more than 65 years, Mike Spack nurtured the development of basketball in Manitoba as an administrator, coach, and referee. Mike is a current member of the Manitoba Basketball Hall of Fame as a player, builder, and a team member. He is the first person ever to be inducted into all three categories in our Manitoba Basketball Hall of Fame. Presenting this year's Mike Spack Award and introducing our recipient will be Lenin Mangaron.
First of all, congratulations to the recipients. It's a tremendous honor to be here with you today as we gather to celebrate one of the highest honors in Manitoba basketball, the Mike Spack Lifetime Achievement Award. This award carries the name of a true trailblazer of the sport in our province and is given to a coach whose contributions to the growth of basketball go far beyond wins and championships. It celebrates leadership, character, mentorship, and a deep, lasting influence on the community. And today, we honor someone who embodies all of these qualities and so much more. It's a privilege to speak about a coach whose legacy at Sargent Park School and in the wider basketball community is as inspiring as it is enduring. For an incredible 39 years, dating back to 1986, this coach has worn many hats: mentor, teacher, role model, and leader. Through it all, he's brought unbelievable passion and purpose to everything he does. From developing young athletes in grade 7 through grade 9, mostly in the female program, to building a basketball culture grounded in values and commitment. His influence has shaped generations of players, both on and off the court. His coaching record speaks for itself. 25 city championships appearances, earning 16 titles. 15 junior high basketball championship finals, with 8 victories. 4-time Coach of the Year, 1989-90, 95-96, 2000-2001, and 2001-2002. He also served 2 years as a provincial team assistant coach and contributing to both development and selection. But these achievements only tell part of the story. What truly sets him apart is the community he's built around the game. He understood early on that basketball is not about more than the athletes. It's about giving everyone a chance to be part of something special. That's why he created a scorekeeper training program, opening the door for students not on the court to still feel like part of the team. He's also guided and supported young referees, many of whom gone on to officiate at elite levels. And in a full-time circle movement, many of his former players have returned, not just to visit, but to coach alongside with them. That's a kind of impact that can't be measured in stats. It's measured in lives changed. On more of a personal note, I had the pleasure of witnessing part of Colin's incredible journey while I was a phys ed teacher at Sargent Park School for 7 years. He made my job easier. Simply put, he lived in the gym with me. He's helped me in so many ways to keep the athletic program running smoothly, from organizing tournaments, providing referees, and most importantly, in showing me how to set up the volleyball nets up properly and perfectly to the tee. It had to be perfect, and that was Colin. He's always willing to lend a helping hand in the most proper manner, including with his fellow colleagues. And while today we celebrate him for basketball, I have to say this: his success coaching volleyball has been just as remarkable. I can't think of many coaches, besides the late Larry Markinson, also a past winner of the Mike Spack Award, who've achieved this level of excellence across 2 sports. Larry and Colin were the dynamic duo of Sargent Park School, who fed off each other's coaching passion. Their level of dedication speaks volume, not only about their love for the game, but also their commitment to their athletes and their school. I'm certain that Larry is beaming with pride looking down and celebrating this moment with you, Colin. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for the game of basketball and for the young people lucky enough to learn from you. So on behalf of Basketball Manitoba and everyone who's been touched by your leadership, it's my great pleasure to present the 2025 Mike Spack Lifetime Achievement Award to a mentor and a true friend, Colin Mark.
Thank you very much for those kind words, Lenin. They echo a lot of the feelings I have in my heart right now, especially with regards to Larry. Joey, thank you very much for a wonderful job. And good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for being here. Congratulations to everyone who has received recognition for their achievements and contributions to basketball in Manitoba. Thank you to Basketball Manitoba for hosting another year of great celebration in basketball in Manitoba. You've done a remarkable job over the years in promoting the sport of basketball all the way from the grassroots level up to the national stage. I'm extremely grateful for being nominated and selected as this year's recipient of the Mike Spack Award. My deepest appreciation to Basketball Manitoba in recognizing my contributions to basketball over a sustained period of time. It means a lot. One doesn't have longevity in doing something unless they really love doing it. And they have a lot of support, a lot of support. So I'd like to acknowledge, first of all, my family, especially my wife, Ellen, for allowing me to coach basketball for all these years and supporting me in so many different ways. Thank you to Sabrina, Stephen, and Rena for allowing us to have postponed birthday parties, family events. Thank you for being at games, for giving me coaching advice, and thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your support. My coaching has just been at one school, Sergeant Park, so my journey in basketball has been closely linked with the staff. Beginning with the phys ed staff. When I was there, initially it was Bill Nemeth and Rowena Nash that made up that phys ed department when I first started. Then came a host of other phys ed teachers. Kathy Sherrill, Eric Bartz, Ryan Isfeld, Lenin Mangaron, Paulo Guejo, Derek Potter, Justin Dawson, and Kayla Tatro. You're the ones who encourage kids to try out for the teams. You're the ones who gave them the basics of movement, skill, and knowledge of the game. You yourselves were coaches with family and busy lives, but you always found time to come support the teams that the other coaches were coaching. I just wanted to let you know how very much myself and all of us have appreciated your time commitment and making coaching so enjoyable. We also have other staff at Sargent who are not necessarily coaches, but provided a tremendous amount of support in many, many different ways. Thank you for volunteering your time and stepping up when there was a need. And special thanks to all of you who managed to find time to come here to support me in receiving this particular award. I'm very touched. Thank you to the administration at Sergeant Park, past and present. Thank you for supporting me and all the other coaches. Thank you for allowing us to use the gym, allowing us to go into as many tournaments as we wanted, finding money for trips out of province, and for making it happen when we needed it to happen. Thank you for coming out to cheer our teams. Thank you for your support. And a line I always used with the principals was, remember, this is what's best for the kids. To the coaches at Sergeant Park that I've had pleasure to work with over the years. Together, we supported and cared for each other. I dare say we forged a standard of excellence at Sergeant Park School that rivals that of any program anywhere else. A program that doesn't just stand for excellence on the court, but also one that provides a standard of excellence in model citizenship and behavior. Over the last 4 decades, almost 4 decades of coaching at Sargent, I have, with each and every one of you, created great memories. We enjoyed each other's company. We congratulated and consoled each other in our victories and our defeats. We have gone through thick and thin over those years, and we are always there for each other. I'm proud to work beside you. So, to Linton Poynton, Ralph Baquet, Chris Harbeck, Ryan Isfeld, Henry Tatt, Dan Bergen, Lenin Mangaron, Paulo Cuejo, among other Sergeant Park coaches, my president assistant coaches, Sean and Jessica Massazar, Jenna Tabalina, Sharisa Dagade, who were all former players at Sargent, and along with Deb May, who I was an assistant coach for when we did the provincial team a few years back. A tremendous thank of gratitude for helping me become a better coach. I want to thank very especially the many hundreds of players I've had the privilege of coaching over the years. From the bottom of my heart, my deepest gratitude to you. You are the ones who made me love coaching so much. You're being there for practices every day, early mornings, late evenings, your effort and willingness to challenge yourselves, your resilience as a player who, after losing a game, would come in the next morning all eager to get better, your respect for me and the trust I had in you, knowing you would always represent Sergeant Park in the best possible light. It is for those reasons and many others that I've continued to coach for all these years. In 1986, as Lenin mentioned, I came to Sergeant Park. I was hired as a math and science teacher. I have absolutely no basketball or volleyball experience, in fact, no sports experience whatsoever. But I was asked by a man there who's now retired, Mel Ransomere, to help him coach the junior boys team in volleyball. And we had a great time together winning a city championship. So when a coach for the junior girls team was needed, I volunteered. There was a coaches meeting, and after the meeting I walked out, and behind me was another staff member, Larry Marquison. He stopped me in the hallway and he asked me, "Have you ever coached basketball before?" I said, "No." "So what are you going to do?" "No, I thought this is how I got through school. I'm going to go to the library, rent a couple of books, and learn how to coach." He looked at me kind of strangely and said, "How would you like to have an assistant coach?" I said, "Yes, please." And that's how I started coaching with Larry. A man who cared enough about me to volunteer his time to teach me how to coach. Larry and I forged a great relationship, and over those many years developed great respect and love for each other. Spent a lot of time coaching together. I learned a great deal from that man, as we all did. His stories are truly remarkable. His impact on his players live with them even to this day. And Larry passed away earlier this year. I still struggle with that. I was but one of the thousands of people whose lives he touched and who benefited from him as a teacher, a coach, a mentor, and a friend. His legacy is the people he left behind him with the lessons he taught them. Many of those lessons I've tried to teach the people that come across my life. I've been so fortunate to have been under his tutelage for all those years. He was my greatest supporter, and he gave me the most intimate understanding of how to coach, how to develop players to believe in themselves, and who would then go on to achieve far more than they ever dreamed. From Larry, I learned to strategize in games, to develop game plans, to run efficient practices, to take an inexperienced team and mold them into a championship caliber team. I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to his family, who allowed me to share Larry, their father and husband, with them for all those years. Brenda, Carly, Kirsten, thank you so much. Well, I was coached for 39 years. I'm ready to coach another 39 more. And I really appreciate your patience, and it's been an honor working with all the people that have crossed my lives. Thank you again, Basketball Manitoba. Thank you for your patience again, and take care. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Colin. And that wraps up the 2024-25 Basketball Manitoba Awards. Before I let you go, we want to let everybody know the awards video is available now on livebasketball.ca and basketballmanitoba.ca. All event photos of the award proceedings will be available in the coming days on the Basketball Manitoba website, and also on Basketball Manitoba's social media feed. All of those pictures with hashtag MBHoops, they are now shared on Basketball Manitoba social media networks. We want to thank our special sponsors here as well that made today possible. They include Sport Manitoba, Canada Basketball, Boston Pizza, Rogers, Wilson Sports, Under Armour, Manitoba Association of Basketball Officials, Balling for the Cure, the Winnipeg Sea Bears, and our host today, the Manitoba Museum. We'd also like to thank all of the members who are listed here of the Basketball Manitoba Awards Committee for their tireless work and support to make this all possible. Let's give them a hand. We also want to thank you for your support and for being here today. I appreciate the honor of being here this year again. Congratulations to all the athletes for all of your success, but most of all, having fun playing the sport that we're all here for and we all love. Whether you're moving on to the next level or moving on to next year in grade 12, enjoy this process, enjoy the game while you can play it, and make as many friends as you can while doing it. Thank you so much. Have a great night.